What is up, guys? Zan from Playbook.gg, and in this video we're going to talk about the spin move and what you need to know in Madden 19. Before we dive into this video, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so that you don't miss any of the great tutorials that we've got headed your way here on the Playbook.gg YouTube channel. Welcome back, guys. So in this video we're going to talk about the spin move. This is a move that I'm sure you guys have seen a lot. Obviously it is March right now, but right here we're going to talk about what you need to be looking for those that maybe did not know about the spin move and what ratings you should be looking for. So we're in practice mode right now, and we're going to go over All-Pro versus All-Madden. Now, when we're talking about benchmarks to meet for the spin move, we are talking about two different numbers. The first one is 88. So when we look at the Atlanta Falcons at running back, Devonta Freeman has an 88 spin move rating. And what that means is that at 88 on All-Pro difficulty, you will get the Tier 1 spin animation. That's going to be the single tap of the B button. They're going to spin really quickly in place. And this is the animation that most competitive players, most players in general, use to try to make open field tacklers miss in space. Now, when it comes to All-Madden, that Tier 1 is lowered because on All-Madden, they want user skills, so to say, to reign king. So they lowered the rating where more players can do more ball carrier moves in the open field. So at 82 on All-Madden, we're going to start to see the spin move occur at a better animation and at a higher rate of success against the defender in the open field. So what we're going to do here is we're going to show you that we are on All-Pro. So we are on All-Pro difficulty. And I'm going to show you the difference between Devonta Freeman and Tevin Coleman on All-Pro. So we're going to go ahead and just call a couple runs. Now, of course, the spin move does not trigger every single time, so don't think that this is something that's going to be guaranteed success. We're going to go up against a pretty good group of players, basically the NFL All-Pro team, the elites in practice mode. And this is with Devonta Freeman, All-Pro 88 spin move rating. So one thing I do want to say is I strongly feel like if you try to spin behind the line of scrimmage as a result of a recent title update, that the tackle animation rate is so much higher than it is once you get downfield past the line of scrimmage. That could be just me being very skeptical, but it is something to kind of look for in your own testing to find out if that might be true or not. So we'll go ahead and continue to run this stretch here. I'm going to go ahead and spin. I'm going to go ahead and spin again. You see that the 88 spin move is able to break off open field defenders one-on-one. Spin move, not so great when you have two tacklers in the vicinity after the recent title update, but if you can get somebody isolated one-on-one, we didn't really have a lane right there, you'll notice that that 88 spin move is going to have, it's going to get you a pretty good success rate. So we're going to go ahead and show you right here. I'm going to try to spin this defender, spin back to the inside, and Luke Kuechly, one of the best tacklers in football, is going to miss that tackle. So 88 is what you're looking for. Now we're going to stay on All-Pro, and I'm going to go ahead and sub in Tevin Coleman, who has an 82 spin move rating. Now, I think on All-Pro that you're going to see a much lower success rate. That doesn't mean that at 82 spin, you can't successfully spin a defender. You will still have a chance. It is just less likely that that trigger, that animation where they miss, is going to trigger. It can still happen occasionally, but you will notice it much more frequently at 88 or above. So you can see right here, I still am able to spin him in the open field with a simple tap of the B, but if that was a user defender, that animation will not occur nearly as frequently. So you see right here, I try to spin back to the inside, and it's a sloppy animation. It's a slow one. It's not crisp. It's not quick back to the inside. You can see that he's kind of wasting steps when you're trying to make that spin move back to the inside or the outside when you have an angle on a player. So we're going to go ahead and continue to run this a couple times. We're going to the sideline. We actually got pursued really well there by Fletcher Cox. We'll go ahead and try to run it again here. Running this, get to the sideline. I'm going to try to spin this player. You notice that we almost did it, but it triggered the tackle animation because it's not a crisp, clean, in-place spin. There's a little bit of a wider step. It's a wider hit box to tackle this player on this animation. So you see right here, he plants his feet, and then he's just a little bit too sloppy. It's not as tight a spin move. See, his feet are kind of angled wide, and that's a different animation than you would see with Devonta Freeman. But now what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead and up the difficulty to All-Madden. And we already talked about when you up the difficulty to All-Madden, it lowers the threshold for that crisp, clean move. So go ahead and replace the ball here and make sure that those settings take effect. And we're going to go ahead and try to run this again here. So again, on All-Madden, we're going to go ahead and run this. I got to get an angle, of course, where you're trying to spin back to the inside or the outside. Typically, it's best if you get a one-on-one to the perimeter with some sort of 45-degree angle. So you see right here, We try to do it. He actually makes a nice tackle. Now, that's the other thing. All Madden, you get basically higher tackle rates too. So it does kind of balance out to a degree because a lower tackle rating will still be able to tackle your player, while a lower spin move rating can also make them miss. So there's a little bit more ball skill mechanics when playing on, you see right there, that's the tighter animation, not as wide a step to spin back to the inside right there. So you can definitely see the difference where when you run the spin moves on All Madden, you get this crisp animation where they don't take that wide spin. See how that foot that is going back to the inside doesn't take a wide step, widening that hitbox. He basically spins directly in place. He's basically in a telephone booth with a defender, and you get this spin animation where you don't really get back to the inside. You're just kind of spinning in place. And this is the single tap of the B button, that circle if you're on PlayStation. So this, in effect, is how spin move rating works. This is going to apply to all skill positions, not just the running back. This will apply to tight ends, to wide receivers as well. So if you guys play CFM or if you play Madden Ultimate Team, those are the benchmarks that you're going to look for. Now, of course, All Madden is not necessarily a big thing in MUT. However, if you do play competitive series for MCS, those ladders are on All Madden. So you'll start to see players with lower spin move ratings have success in the open field. So that's something for you guys to be aware of. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and we'll see you in the next one. If you like this video, check out one of the videos on your screen right now. And for more in-depth analysis, visit www.playbook.gg for detailed game plans written by pro Madden players. Master the game with playbook.gg.